or just raw data to be accessible to you. And so what we're going to try and do at Tribune, and just what a big kind of wave is in investigative journalism right now, is databases, putting searchable databases online so that you can look up, anybody who's been in TDCJ last year, anybody who's been pulled over by DPS, how much every state employee makes, all kinds of information just at your fingertips. What I think investigative journalists can do is to clean that data, make that accessible for you, because that's one place where we can make you the journalist, empower you, but also serve our primary function, which is to shine the light on government and public officials.
So that kind of brings up like citizen journalism in a way. What are you guys' thoughts on examiner.com or the Austin Post, where users can create their own stories and post them and have columns and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'll take it. I love it. I think it's great that there's more ways for people to participate. They are, in a sense, competition, but we have ways for people to be involved on our site as well. We've had reader blogs, hosting reader blogs on our site since 4 or 5 years. We're one of the first papers to do that. I have a page just for blogs that I've in the community where I just link off to their blogs, kind of like Austin Post, except for not contained on our software. I just link off. And that was somewhat in response to that. But I think that the more people are involved in news, probably the better for all of us. I don't think that there's really a negative to people being interested in local news. I have a kind of a tough question that I'm not sure I have the answer to, but hoping somebody here does. What is, we've been talking Twitter quite a bit, and we have been for, I guess, almost a year now, or maybe more than a year. And what's next? What do we need to be focusing on? Personally, I actually proposed a South by Southwest panel on Google Wave in journalism, and I proposed it without knowing what Google Wave in journalism is going to be like. And I'm guessing maybe that's out there, but I'm wondering if anybody else has kind of a feel on where we need to be going.
I know that as soon as we get Google Wave, we want our entire newsroom to be on Google Wave. So that's kind of, we're all Google products. I know Trib is, all cloud computing, nothing on a server, that kind of thing. I think that what I hit on earlier, database journalism, is going to be a big thing in terms of just in this information transparency age, and context, which I hit on earlier. Just a whole new way of reporting where stories don't necessarily have a beginning or end, but that just are constantly being updated and living and thriving and seeking more input from readers. I think there's a guy named Matt Thompson who may be presenting at Southwest Interactive. Newslist.org, he talks a lot about the future of journalism in terms of context and this whole idea. It's hard for me to explain in a quick blurb, so newslist.org.
Okay, so you mentioned Google Wave. You're doing a panel, and you don't know much about it,
right?
Yeah, you don't know much about it, but you're proposing a panel.
Yes.
And Elise, you're saying,
We're going to do it, even though we
We're
don't
gonna-
know much about it.
And we're going to do it.
yeah. So my question to you, and I guess to everybody here, was, what is it about Google Wave that makes it such the big next thing? Yet we know so little about it. It's simply Google's reputation. Is that it?
If you watch their demo, their video demo, I think if you watch the demo, you can start to get kind of a feel for, wow, this is, Google's put a lot of muscle behind this. And it's so interactive and it's so immediate that there's no way that's not going to have at least some impact on news. And so I'm in the sandbox, I'm in the developer sandbox, we're playing with it. We're talking about it every chance we get, but of course still kind of blind, because even if you're in the sandbox, you're not really interacting with it. It's not a finished product. But if anything is going to come along, right now that's the only thing I'm seeing on the horizon, and I'm not a seer. There could be something else that pops up that's even better, but I don't see it right now.
I think watching that demo, you see instant news possibilities. Right now we send out an email to people. What if we somehow contacted a huge string of thousands of people via Google Wave with this breaking news, and people responding and seeing updates as we type? That's scary. As we think it, and for us there are plenty of issues and credibility things and fact checking that we got to go through first to maintain credibility. which is the #1 thing we have. But you see